News. I'm Luke Bobbitt.
And I'm Briley Beck. Prudential wants to celebrate our spirit of volunteerism and recognize students for their service to the school and the community. Fill out an application online at nassp.org/spirit. Then submit an application to your counselor and send in a signed signature page. Applications must be submitted by November 3rd of 2015. Applications will be reviewed and then honorees selected. This is a great award that will look good on your college resume or application. Now with costume ideas for Halloween, here's Maxine Hang and Amy Neuendorf.
So today, we'll be showing you a cheap, cute witch costume. You'll need dark jeans or leggings. You'll also need a black shirt. Now, you can use any black shoes that you have. We also threw in a jacket, which is optional, just in case of the weather. You'll also need a witch hat, of course, of your liking or one that you already have. And now this was a cute, quick costume with Jet HD. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Show Me Crowder Day is Wednesday, October 21st from 9 to 12:30. The high school will be taking a bus that will leave from the south end of FTC at 8:30. Students will tour the campus, including the dorms, and attend a department expo. Lunch will be provided. Senior A+ students interested in touring Crowder College should sign up in the guidance office by Friday, October 16th. Now with an update on fall sports, here's Cooper Duckworth.
Thanks, guys. The boys' soccer team got it done Tuesday night with a 6-1 win against McDonald County. It's senior night tonight for the soccer team, so get out there and support ya boys! The girls' softball team were on the road yesterday against Kickapoo for their sectional matchup. They picked up the W, totaling 10 runs and a 10-5 win. This Saturday at 2 o'clock, they take on Blue Springs in the quarterfinals. Let's go, girls! We want a championship! Keep working hard, ladies! Your Joplin Eagles football team took on Camdenton last Friday at home. They won 27-12 in an electrifying game. The defense dominated again this week, forcing 4 turnovers and 6 sacks. Philip, the big boy Ritz, took back an interception 45 yards for a big boy touchdown. Mark Dooley had another impressive game with 4 sacks. Your Eagles take on Hillcrest this Friday night at home, and you gotta be there, baby! We have a chance to clinch our best regular season record since 2008! Let's go! Eagle football at Jong in 7. Back to you.
Thanks, Cooper. Have you ever seen the I Am Second videos on YouTube? FCA would like to give fellow Christians a platform to share their own testimony in a similar way. 2-minute testimonies will be shot by Mariah Vasquez after school over the next couple of weeks. Contact her or Ms. Chakaitis to set up a time to shoot your 2-minute testimony. FCA meets from 7:45 to 8:15 in room E308. Ms. Chakaitis' room on Thursday mornings. This week, Coach Hafer will be leading the morning devotion. Plus, Mr. Noah's welding class did things a little bit differently this week. Here with more is Ian Bruton.
You can't learn everything from one teacher. That's why the auto body and the welding classes did a bit of cross-teaching. The auto body teachers and students learned a new technique when welding. I spoke with one of the students from the welding classes about what they taught the auto body students.
Well, right now the class, we have the auto technician class in here, and we're teaching them how to TIG weld and how to run, set up the TIG machine, and then the actual class we're running TIG welds and doing different positions.
I as well spoke with the auto tech teacher about what the welding class had taught him and his students and how useful it would be as a skill.
Well, what my automotive technology students learned was something, it's an experience we call cross-training. What it amounts to is my students needed to learn how to weld. And because we do a lot of welding in this program, sometimes we have to use the torch to heat up metal so that it will expand and it will come off. Something that's fitted on with pressure and depending on how thick one is compared to the other one that's going on it. And there's a lot of things like that, plus just touching up some repairs with welding and that sort of thing. So what we did was we partnered with the welding class that Mr. Noah teaches, and this allowed all of my students to be able to get into a welding position where they could actually learn how to weld. They learned from his students who have learned from him, so it reinforced what they had learned from Mr. Noah by being able to be the teacher for my students as well. But I feel like we were the ones that really benefited from it because all of my students had the opportunity to weld, and they not only welded with acetylene, oxyacetylene units, but they also welded with a TIG unit, which is used for much more delicate operations, but it also is used to do a very thorough job of welding. So like on high pressure containers and that sort of thing. So they learned a lot about those types of things, and not only did they learn about it, but they had an experience. And every one of them had certain welds that they had to make, and then those welds were examined to see if they would hold like they should, or if they might break or not stick. And I think all of my students really enjoyed doing it. They seemed to, and they learned a lot from those welding students. And we found out Mr. Noah's got very good students.
With Jet HD, I'm Ian Bruton.
Thanks, Ian. Time is running out. The yearbook price will increase in just 2 short weeks. Order now for the best price of the school year. See Ms. Crane if you have any questions or need a form. Yearbook introduced their Heritage Collection this week. Here with more is Spencer Gibson.
Yearbook just introduced their Heritage Collection. I recently interviewed a handful of past and present Yearbook representatives.
I was part of Yearbook, the 2011 edition and the 2012 edition. I think the Heritage Collection is a really good idea because it's a good combination of books that's going to really show history and show how it was greatly preserved. And my favorite part about Yearbook is working with the people, the group of people that we have. You have great resources like the computers and the Justin's website, and you make good connections. So
I think it's a good way to get out in the community and spread our school spirit and show people what we went through in rebuilding of the schools.
I think it's awesome. I think that if you can, you should take advantage of it. It's good stuff. You get to see everything that's happened from the first all the way to the last, and how everything with Joplin High School has changed and grown.
You can find out more about the Heritage Collection down in Miss Crane's room. And for Jet HD, I'm Spencer Gibson.
Thanks, Spencer. Prom committee members are selling suckers during school, 50 cents each, or stop by room B215 during passing time.
The last third Thursday of the year is tonight, and JHS will be hosting this event. For a good time, come out and support JHS's different clubs and organizations. Now here's Dylan Noblet and Ian Bruton with the start of their top 3 Halloween film countdown.
Walt Disney Pictures presents Bette Midler.
Hello.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Would thou dance with me?
And Kathy Najimy. Hocus Pocus.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to A+ Review's Halloween Special.
Ooh, my favorite month finally here. For the rest of the month, we will be reviewing our top 3 Halloween films that we think you should watch with your family, so don't expect to see any of the Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Streets on this list.
Yeah, those aren't good family movies. Don't watch this with your little brother. Coming in at 3rd place on this list is Hocus Pocus by Kenny Ortega. The film follows the teenager Max, his sister Danny, and his girlfriend Allison, who accidentally awakened 3 witches executed 300 years ago. They get the help of an immortal boy who was turned into a black cat 300 years ago by the same witches. Now, they seek to destroy the witches again in order to save the children of the city.
It should go to say that if we reviewed this movie the same way we did Moonrise Kingdom, then this movie would get a big fat F. It's overly campy, and at times illogical, even for a comedy. However, this has gotten a cult following over the years because of these reasons, and it's why it's been a Halloween special for so many years. If you like lighthearted movies, then you're gonna have fun. However, it could be much funnier if it was written a bit better.
The 3 witches were played by Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. And you can tell that they are having so much fun with their roles, but they don't do enough, and that's not their fault. The film just doesn't do enough with its star power. The film struggles near the end, and honestly, it's a bit of a grind.
In the end, Hocus Pocus gets an 80% B-. We have recommended that you see this for Halloween because it's fun. It should go to say that considering the age, the film was written for children below 13 years old. So think about it.
I'm Dylan Noblet.
And I'm Ian Bruton.
And class is dismissed.
Thanks, guys. These have been your weekly announcements. Have a great week.